Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. Hello, 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 my dear friends. If you are new to my channel or you haven't subscribed yet, welcome, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing. We have a great time here. And as you can see, I have a little bit of scraps going on here. And I just thought, oh, well, these maybe aren't scraps, but they're not in the right spot either. And I had this completely cleaned out maybe a couple of weeks ago when I did I think one of my midweek mysteries was a spraying, and was a video inspired by Louisa Heinzel. And taking, all these wonderful junky things, scraps of bits of paper, and spraying them, and anyway, making them into other wonderful scrap bits of paper. That does sound a little strange, does it not? Okay, well, I'm in a weird mood today, so I have been really trying to decide what to do. And I'll be honest with you, I actually was a little bit down. I'm not normally down, but last couple of days have just been weird for me. So it's harder, and I know that many of us have those times. I mean, I definitely have them. Oh, isn't that neat? And I thought, well, we'll just talk through it. And it is a reality, because the reality is nobody's not. There are times when we all get down and get frustrated, get upset, get whatever the emotions. We do go through those times. What's important is what we do with them, right? And so my brain has been kind of foggy as far as what to do. Nothing has clearly jumped out at me and said, do me. And it's Tuesday, and this is supposed to go up in the morning, so I've got to get busy. Okay. So I thought we would visit our scraps. I know that's something that most of us have way more than we will ever be able to use, and it doesn't matter what project you're working on. If you're working with paper and fabric, or just paper or just fabric, you are going to create scraps. And so it's always fun to do something with them. Okay. By the way, how are you? I'm so sorry. I should have asked that at the very beginning. I hope that you're having a good day. And I'm absolutely happy to be here with you. And that, I have no doubt, is going to turn my weird day into a great day, just having spent some time with you. Okay. Do you remember when we did this a few weeks ago? We created these really fun strips, and I have used a little bit, but I have mostly rolled them up and put them in a drawer. Like this. Just like this, just there. I also did this where I stitched, zigzag on paper just to have some accent things to put. One of the issues that I have been noticing more recently, well, I've noticed it, but more recently it's been kind of bugging me. And that is that I have so many different things in so many different areas that I don't remember where I put everything, and I don't have access to in a reasonable way to all the things that I want to create with, which has caused me some stress. And so I'm just like, we got to deal with this. We've gotta do something. Look what I found in my junk store thrifting. I came across, I have not seen adding machine tape this narrow. Is that the coolest thing ever? Let's see, let's measure that. That is 1 3/4 inches wide and a bazillion feet long. However long a person wants it. So I thought what we would do, just because I'm just in kind of one of those, I don't know, just a weird mood, that we'd just chat and I would glue some stuff down and maybe stitch some stuff. I don't know. Let's just see how it progresses. Part of me wants to cut this off and part of me wants to not. So I'm pulling my garbage can, which is full of, guess what? Scrap papers. Bits and pieces that I really can't use. So if you want to join me, please do get those scraps out. Let's just start gluing and stitching, and I'm reaching over here to try to get a junk piece of paper. We can do some stamping on here. We can do some painting, you know, a little bit here and there. So I'm just going to start. I mean, this could be totally bleh. And if it is, I don't, you know, the reality is, if it's really horrible, you're not going to see it. Well, that might not be true. I might be desperate for having a video up, and so I might be like, oh, they'll never notice. And you're like, yeah, Rhonda, we totally get it. You're having an off day. And to be honest with you, another reason why I wanted to do this, I suppose, when I am technically not having the best creative day. Now, this is rag paper from a very old, in the 1800s book. I do not like to get rid of that. I'm going to step away just to grab a couple of perhaps little stamps, something that we might be able to add. Butterflies, flowers, that kind of thing. Thing. Okay. This is from, oh, I know her. Dang it. I ordered and this is from and so is this. And here's these. Don't ask. It's really weird. So, I figure, especially for those of you that are new, one of the things that we like to do with junk journaling is to include junk. Was that brilliant or what? I think more along the lines of or what. Yeah, there's so much that it includes. Journaling And I've heard so many different takes on junk journaling and what it is and what it isn't. And the reality for me is it's nobody's business but mine. It is what I want it to be. You know, it's not a well-defined thing that everybody's like, oh yeah, totally. There are some things that are kind of similarities, if you will, but the reality is it can be anything you want it to be. That was brilliant. Generally speaking, it has an element of ephemera that's included. It has bits and pieces that one would perhaps not normally journal with or in. It just can be many different things. Well, that's kind of cool. So, if you've watched a lot of videos on it, and I would actually recommend that if you're new that you do watch a lot of videos, so that you just, you know, you can just type in the search bar junk journaling and lots of options will come up, and you can just get an idea of what other people, you know, what they think it is. There's no one rule. There's no one, you have to do it this way, or you're not a true junk journaler, etc., etc. When people do that, I just think it's silly. You know, that's my own opinion. That's not to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that, but I think it's what you want it to be. This is your art. You're watching these YouTube videos, as do I. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, especially, you know, when I can, obviously I can't do it constantly, but I do try to catch a lot. And actually this is something I've never tried doing before, is putting these long strips. I'm not sure that it'll work, but we're going to give it a go. We're going to give it a try here. So, yeah, I think it's important that you understand the rules. Now, if you're in a swap, in a group or something like that, they may have their own rules and that type of thing, that you have to do certain amount of these pages, you have to include this amount of pockets, and, you know, etc., etc. Well, looky here. We've got another stamp. Whoa, okay. That was interesting. Okay. But just watch a lot of videos and don't be nervous to try different things. Try, if you have a particular style that you've already pretty well established for yourself, then that's very cool, because most of us, when we're doing this, at least in the beginning, don't necessarily have what we call our own, you know, style. And so that takes a while to develop. And the way you develop it is by trying different things. You try things that you think that you would enjoy. And some things you see someone else working on and you're like, oh, wow, I want to do that. And then when you start doing that, you're like, oh, wow, I don't like this. It's good for them, but this is not, you know, I'm not having a good time with this. And that's okay. That's absolutely okay. And I think my style is is changing somewhat. I definitely used to be I was all about the lace. And if you will look at some of my older videos, you will definitely see that I used a ton of lace in my journaling and those that I made, and loved it, absolutely loved it, and I still enjoy it. But I'm finding that, I don't know, I'm kind of at a weird, I'm sort of at a weird place, I think, where I'm just not 100% sure who I am, what my style is, I don't know. What is my style? Those of you that have followed me for a long time, what is my style? What do I enjoy? I know I've shared. What do I enjoy? Oh, goodness gracious. You're like, Rhonda, you should go take a nap. And maybe I should go take a nap. Maybe I will later today. It's a little too early in the day for me to be too focused on sleeping, but who knows what might happen. I think I will also take this to my sewing machine. I'm starting to get glue goobers. Ugh. Okay. So what have you been up to? What kinds of things are you working on? Maybe you're working on this with me. If you are, that's cool. Happy to have you. This one I'm just, let's see. Okay, so I need to have a rhyme and a reason to this. Okay, I need to, well, first of all, I need to just clip it off at some point. Let's see, that's about, well, not quite 3 feet. I'm gonna just clip that down. I will work with this amount. So what I think I'm going to do is we will just glue some basics down, and then we will add elements. I'm going to start with paper. And like obviously some of these, oops, I'm not going to do in a line, although we could, but oh, I think I'm going to have to get a different. So what I'm doing is just periodically slapping something down with the glue. We are just gluing it up and putting her down. And then we will add another element. I'm thinking we'll definitely be adding either some ribbon or some lace, you know, something of that nature as well. And we'll be adding some stamping. There's a little guy that, oh, where did he go? Here he is. That needs a home. Well, okay. Maybe I should have picked a shorter piece to start with. Let's move that a little bit so that it's not sticky with glue. And I can pull from this too. These are also pieces, scraps and pieces. So when you are viewing this, it will be Wednesday, March. Yeah. I'm not sure what today is. I know it's Tuesday. I know. So, what do you guys do? I would be very interested to know what works for you as far as being able to just really how you organize your scraps and such to where you know where things are, and you're definitely going to use them, because I do find that I can get overwhelmed with things all over the place in different areas. And when I get overwhelmed, then it's harder to create. It's harder for me to be here. You guys are fabulous, and I honestly do believe that this community, junk journalers, in whatever phase that you're in of this process, you're just amazing. I love you guys, and I appreciate how kind you are with me. I just feel very blessed. Very blessed, and if I get grumpy, I feel guilty about that I have no reason to complain or get grumpy, because I really don't, but I still do. I still do. But it definitely helps to spend time with you. It's like, oh, quit belly aching, Rhonda. Visit with your friends, and it's going to be all right. Everything's good. And that's not too far off, really. Okay, I may be getting tired of those. Now, see, I had one piece of scrap paper, and now I have like 40 little scraps that I just... You noticed? You saw that, right? Yeah, that's how we roll. We get rid of one and we create 10 more. Yes. But oh my goodness, the fun we have. Who said gluing is just for kiddos? Kindergarten and fun in grade school. We can have fun too. I definitely am a throwback. I loved doing this kind of thing in school, as well as, well, didn't really get the opportunity to do it very much afterwards. But maybe, I don't know, maybe that's one of the things that is so fun about junk journaling, is it's just kind of playing like you used to be able to play as a kid, and it was all right. It was encouraged. Okay, so this is just, we are just doing it, my friends. And see, I'm starting to feel good again. I'm just like, talk to my friends, do a little bit of art, and life is good. And it sure is. Life is good. Okay. Now, you see the pile of scraps versus what I've got here? It's a lot. It's a lot. Now, I think we're going to take a little break from the gluing, and we are going to do a little bit of stamping. And I think, this is one of my favorite. It's a Hero Arts. Anyway, old French writing, it says H2365. I've had it for several years. I have no idea if, if it's still available, but anyway, I love to use it. So it's fun to add different dimensions and textures with different elements. And we're not doing too terribly much, just a little here and there with that. Already, I like it. Okay, that's good for that one. Well, maybe we'll just add some. Okay, paper, then stamping. Now let's do fabric now. Remember this? Do you remember this? And we did not even, we didn't stab in the bucket there, just a very minimal. Okay. So, I did not want to come. It's like, no, you cannot have me. So let's go ahead and trim this up. And we shall. And I know that this is, maybe this is semi-boring for some of you that you have done this already a lot, but there's always new people, and I love to be able to show how fun and really how simple it is to just, just get some glue down and just kind of go to town. So, question for you all. How many of you actually use these strips when we create them? And how do you use them? What do you do? I'm a yes and a no. I'm both good and not good at this in using these, the strips and whatnot. Number one, when I forget and I put them in a drawer somewhere, they won't get used. And that brings me again to my, how do you store them to where you're going to use them? So, yeah, that's always a consideration, I suppose, for me. Okay, and if I wanted to get super fancy with this, what I'm trying to do here is see the right and the wrong side and make sure that I get it on the right, with the right side up. Although, I don't know that anybody is going to look at that and say, oh, that's the wrong side. If they do, I suppose they deserve what they get, right? Okay, here's some more little fabric bits. We will just trim those up. And again, here we are creating more scraps as we go along here. Oh, this was just a good thing for me to do. Oh, there's something very, now I'm just like, okay, now I'm really getting in the zone. my girl and guy friends. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Lovin'. Lovin', lovin', lovin'. And I will definitely be stitching because I am not really paying very good attention to how this is making sure it's tacked down super, super well. Which, you know, if I'm stitching it, then that helps that process. And I want it to have, you know, I love to have the organic, have it be more organic. So this is coming along nicely. And I will have to, let's see, I've glued it. What am I going to put down there? Okay, here's some more. Where did I glue it? Yep, right there. Right there. So you can use so many things. You don't feel like you have to go out and buy everything. Go through your house. Go through, you know, do you have clothes that, you know, a nice fabric that doesn't fit anymore and it's not, maybe it's got stain or whatever in it to where you feel like other people might not want to use it, so you don't want to donate it, but that you could, you know, rip up and get some fun usage of that, or some old curtains, or, I mean, there's just sheets. There's so many different things that you can use that will be amazing. Let's see, let's put that right there. Will it work? Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. And let's go down here and put another one. There's definitely a wrong side to crochet. And I know because I crochet, or not so much now, but I did. These maybe I'm just gonna, I don't know, gonna sort of maybe-ish. Ish. Now, one of the things that I am trying to do as I... Okay, that's getting sticky now, too. Pretty soon, we'll have to do a different paper, I'm thinking. I love the mixed media. Love, love, love. Okay, I think that might have to go by the wayside. Now I've got all of this that's white. When I did the other video, what I did was I spritzed coffee and color ink on it before I started gluing. This time I think that I'm probably going to maybe do it the opposite way. Okay, let's see. Okay. I would love to see if anybody would love to show me or to tag me on Instagram. If you are on Instagram, I'd love to see what you've come up with. It would be super fun, I think. And yeah. And maybe this will just spur you to something that, that really doesn't even resemble this much at all. But you had an idea and something sparked something else. And then you kind of down that rabbit hole, you know how it goes. How it goes. First your money, then your clothes. No, we better keep our clothes. Okay. Oh, this is definitely a lot of little bits and pieces that we can use. Okay, I think down in this area, we want to do a little bit of something to kind of, yeah. Let's get some of that lace going on. That will work beautifully. I don't want to take too much at once, but we'll... And this is from, I don't know if this particular one is from a handkerchief or a doily, but it's definitely pretty. And we can go ahead and we'll move this on up. And what I will do, I think, is then I will turn the video off and I will stitch down and show you what I come up with. Oh, that's kind of, that is getting really messy. Definitely need a rag there to hold that, but isn't this pretty? This is fun. I don't care what anybody says, this is fun. And it will brighten your mood. It will brighten and lighten your mood, Rhonda. And I say, thank you, you're right, it did. It absolutely did. It does, it works. And actually, just chatting with you guys helps tremendously. You are awesome. You are loved. You are, oops. That does not want to go down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead now, I think. And you can see where I put those long strips. As long as you cover some things up, it doesn't jump out at you. I may go ahead and add another little something here-ish, just because we don't want to make it, whoops, wow, there we go. Don't want that to be too concentrated in that area, so we'll sort of cover some of that up. I'm liking it. What do you think? Is it looking okay? Let's go ahead. Here's a, we'll just kind of smoosh that on. Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn the video camera off. I'm going to do some stitching and I will be back. Okay, let's take a look. It will be easier for you to see on the back what I have done. I have just straight stitched and zigzag stitched all the way down. I've done 4 stitching lines. You can do whatever you want. You can do 1 down the middle. If you do just 1 down the middle, then I would recommend that you make sure that your sides are glued pretty nicely. But look how beautiful. Look how beautiful that is, guys. And so I think that I will turn the video off here. I may make some more and show you another picture at the very end. If not, then I hope you'll give this a try, and you know I love you. Till next video, but we'll see what happens. All right. Thank you for joining me, you guys. Bye now. Okay, I did come back. I made some more goodies, and I will tell you, this one I cut in half. So this gives you a whole different look. And you get two for the price of 1. Double mint, double mint, double mint gum. Okay, so I did that. And then this is the next one that I finished. These I am planning on keeping the same size. So that was this one. And then I did one that is much more a vintage with people. With people in it. I love this. I haven't done a real vintage one in a long time. I may have to do a journal with just the vintage. I enjoyed this very much. And these did not take long to do, my friends. Not at all. And then this was the last one that I did that highlighted the blues. Just really fun. I added bits of yarn, different types of yarn to this one. Just pretty, 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 pretty. And they're about, let's see, probably about, well, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Where did I cut them off? There's 12 and 12. 24, about 30-ish inches in length. So, yeah, I'm very happy with how these turned out. And thank you, my darling friends. You are amazing. Thank you for joining me and for working with me, spending some time. Have some fun. It will add to your ephemera, to your journals. Just fun, even for cards or notes or whatever. Just cut a little bit, glue it on, and it'll give that special touch. All right. Have a fabulous day till next time. Bye-bye.